Right, okay, welcome back. So last video, bit of a long one, season update, what's coming up this season. This is probably the, well, in theory, more interesting video where we're talking about setbacks. If you watched the previous video, you'll have realised that I've had quite a few setbacks this season. I've been bout of illness twice, one right before a important race, and I've also had plantar fasciitis, which I still have, which I've had since March, and we're now in, what is it, late June, which has basically meant I haven't been able to run at all. I've done 3 runs since the beginning of March, and we're now into June, and unfortunately it's still not sorted itself out, which means basically I'm going into races not being able to run. And when you compare this to last season, it's quite frustrating, and when it first sort of appeared or made itself known as quite a serious injury, it was very disappointing because basically the plan for this season was to sort the run out. So again, you know, to refer to the previous video, I was talking about this, my progress chart, and you can see the bike, huge amounts of progress, the swim, pretty good as well, and then the run, hardly anything at all. So when I first did this in 2022, I did a 41:38, and I've only progressed by about a minute, whereas on the bike, I'm 11 minutes faster, and on the swim, I'm 2 to 3 minutes faster, which in swimming terms is loads. And so the plan for this season was to sort that out, and it was going really well. We're doing lots of really good hill sprints. The speed was picking up. I was delivering some really good results in terms of hill sprints and tempo runs and all of that sort of stuff. And so, yeah, big setback, and I guess in a way I wanted to give up, didn't want to complete the season, didn't really see the point, and I had to really sort of think about what I wanted to do with that, because a lot of work and effort has gone into this, both from me, my wife, my family, in terms of money spent, time spent, and eventually, and I've got a coach and I talked to him about it, and eventually came to the conclusion that actually this was an opportunity to really focus on the swim and the bike. And my ambition or hope this season is to see both of those to take really big step forwards. Now, what is interesting, for those of you who have done triathlon, you will know that the run in particular has the biggest impact on your body, and then as a knock-on has a bigger impact on your running, your bike training and your swim training. Your body is more fatigued in general. Because I've not had that run training and not been able to do that, I've been able to push a lot more on the bike. I'm up to 10 hours, and I think my FTP, not that we pay much attention to that really, I think it's around 300 now. And in terms of in the pool, I've definitely seen my time starting to drop. We're talking half a second here, half a second there. It's very hard with swimming, but a realistic target now, which has been a target for a long time, is 125s, getting under 125 for a 1500. So what I had to really do was, I guess, not waste energy, and this is kind of my step plan, I guess, in a way. 1, don't waste energy on things you can't do anything about. Take positive action where you can. So positive action was, okay, let's focus on the bike, let's focus on the swim, and then physio and doing everything I need to try and heal my foot. The next thing is to kind of
pivot, pivot,
pivot sort of mentally and go, okay, wasn't what I had planned for the season, wasn't my hope, wasn't my goals. Yes, that's disappointing, but I can't let it derail where I'm trying to get to. So that, I guess that was like pivoting mentally in terms of strategy and goals. And then taking steps and seeing the small wins, you know. So I've seen my swim times in training get better. I've seen my power on the bike improve. I've seen my performance on the bike improve, particularly on hills and some of the routes that I regularly cycle. I've seen my times drop quite dramatically. My average speeds have gone up. So I've been able to look at those and go, okay, this isn't what I wanted. This wasn't the plan, but I pivoted mentally and sort of strategically into this area, and I'm now seeing results in a different area. The other thing to sort of add to that is determination. So in order to achieve all of that pivoting and changing this and changing that focus and seeing the wins here and not dwelling on the things I can't do anything about, you do have to have a level of determination. If you've got a big goal, you've got objectives that you've set yourself, you are going to have ups and downs, you are going to have disappointments. It's not always going to go your way. You're not always going to be at the sharp end of where you want to be. You're going to have days where it's like it's gone backwards. It's like you're worse than when you started. And in those moments, you've got to look at it and go, right, consistency, work hard, learn. You've got to learn. So when things don't go well, make sure you're learning, make sure you're taking, I guess, the steps to improve what you're doing, and be determined and trust the process, which is something my coach says to me all the time. When I get a bit edgy about performance or a bad swim or a bad bike, he always says, trust the process. And as we've seen on the chart in the previous video, the process is working. I'm getting faster. I'm getting better results. I talk about qualifying and winning races, which was certainly not anything I did when we started this. To give you a different example, because not all of you watching this are triathletes, you have different goals, different targets, different things you're trying to achieve, is my dad at the moment, and I guess you could say this was a bit of a setback that was thrown into my season, is really ill. I'm not going to go into details, but he's been in hospital. He's been in hospital for, I think it's almost 2 months now. And one of the big setbacks, as he's slowly started to get better, and that's only recently, and it's been very, very slow, is he can't walk. And my dad was a footballer, a swimmer, it's where I get all my, I guess, athletic ambitions from. And he can't walk at the moment. And, for someone who is used to being physically active, working in the allotment, he's retired, long walks, playing football when he was younger and things, that's quite a big setback. And what he's had to do is recognize the small wins, not dwell on the negatives, and to not use pardon the pun, I guess, make small steps and see the positives in those. So to give you an example, about a month ago, couldn't move his legs at all, couldn't flex his toes, couldn't do anything. As of yesterday, he took, I think, 1 step, maybe 2 steps, and then had to sit back down. Now, that is huge for him, for the family to see it. But the big thing is just his courage and his determination not to give up. He's in his late 70s, definitely had some very dark moments, definitely had some moments where he wanted to give up, but he's not done it. And he's determined to get things back, get things moving again. And I guess my message to you watching this video, whatever it is the challenge you're facing, doesn't have to be a physical challenge, could be anything. Got to be determined, got to take small steps, got to see the success, even if it's small. Accept that there will be setbacks, accept that there will be ups and downs, but if you're consistent and you persevere, you will see progress. Okay, so hope that was helpful. Dealing with setbacks, a few little ideas and thoughts from my own journey, from my dad's journey, and I hope they help. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon, probably after the Eastbourne race and how that's gone.